Starting. Log entry, week 13.
This week I've been focused on finding the right video format for sharing my story. I want to make a movie or documentary or something because I think it might be a good way of supporting the work I make and the artistic process behind it. But despite I really like to make such a video, my current decision is to not make it. These short videos in which I share a glimpse in my artistic process already take me between 3 and 4 hours to make. So making a high quality video, which would be at least 10 minutes long and communicates the story I'd like to tell, would take me weeks if not months to make. This is already enough of a problem on its own, given the remaining time I have for this project. 6 weeks. And it is only being amplified by my desire for not wanting to create a binary storyline. Because while my work might look very abstract and minimalistic, and it's co-designed and produced by machines, the artistic process behind it remains very personal. With this project, I question the value of art. I reflect on society's desire to communicate ideologies via contemporary art, while I also question my own value as an artist. I explore how these processes of creating digital and non-digital works extend my identity, but I also question the validity of sharing that. Why should anyone care for how I express or extend my identity? Since in this current society we live in, identity seems to be more applied by others anyway, rather than being discovered by individuals themselves. Capturing these questions, while not having the answers, and combining them in a single video, which supports the work in an understandable and compelling manner, is an enormous challenge. And I don't think that making such a single video is the right path for me to find them. This is basically what I have my whole artistic process for. Acceptance of not understanding everything I do, think or feel is part of that. I believe that these video logs already contribute to that initial goal of giving insights into my process. Sure, they are of poor quality, but they are honest, transparent and direct. And they are more insightful than I would ever be able to recreate with the composition of a single video reflecting on events which occurred months ago. Among that, I didn't even knew how to make and edit videos when I started this. So creating the movie I'd wish to make within the amount of time I have simply does not seem like the best way I can spend my time. Instead of that, I think it's more useful to focus on alternative methods to increase the credibility of my work, like improving the quality of my sculptures, which I have been exploring this week by experimenting with Black 3.0. This paint, which claims to be one of the blackest blacks in the world, is made as a counter-response to Vanta Black, which is the world's blackest black, and of which Anish Kapoor has the only right to use as an artist. I painted this little sculpture to see how it works. My reflection on it is that it's pretty black, but I most surely still have to continue experimenting because it's still pretty reflective. Another thing I've been working on this week has been the modification of the 3D rendering of my algorithm, so it supports rods now instead of just beams. I also added a feature which allows me to hollow them out from the center, creating both rectangular as circular tubes. This modification is important and allows me to make digital 3D representations of the sculptures I intend to sell. But it can also be applied as a design tool, helping me to create all types of new objects as well as extending the current array of sculptures.
Ending. Log entry, week 13.